AIESEC. I'm Julius Ray, LCP of ISEC AAMU 21.2, and I'm applying for the role of FACI for the INNOVA 2021 conference hosted by AIESEC in Liberia. So in this video, I'm going to be briefly or talking about the outline of a section that was selected by me. Um, as required by the application to do according to one of the questions. So the section in question I'm talking about is practicing empathy. So the outline I'm about to give is an outline that should last for an hour based on what I was asked to present. So let's go into it. So, as we all know, every section begins with you actually firstly understanding your audience and knowing exactly what they need. So, as someone applying to be fasting for the INNOVA conference, and taking into consideration when I get accepted, when facilitating a lead space on practicing empathy. So the flow of the session is going to be like this. So we're firstly going to start with opening that will last for about 5 minutes, and then we'll move on to the section of the objective, and then expectation setting. So for the section objective and expectation setting, that will last for 10 minutes, and then we'll go on to a general discussion that will last for 15 minutes, and then we'll do there will be question and answer space for interaction with the participants and between the participants and I. That will also last for 10 minutes. And after the question and answer space, we'll do reflection time. So reflection time will last for 5 minutes. And then there will be some sharing space going on that will also last for 10 minutes. And the closing of the entire section will go for 5 minutes. So to go more into what I'm actually trying to say or how the online for section is going to be. So for the first part, the opening, right? So the opening is going to be where the participants are going to have time to familiarize themselves with each other, get to know things about the next person through answering icebreaker questions and getting to do a little bit of activities, then getting the right mental stage for this space that will be hosted. And then after that has been said, after that platform of opening has been set, and the participants will now be in the rightful mind to enter the section. Now we'll go to the section objective and the expectation setting. So this is where explanation and a little bit of insight about what we will be doing or what will be taught about empathy will be brought about. And then the members or delegates or participants will be having now have the chance to set their expectations, things they look forward to getting within the space, things they expect to hear, things they expect to see, and stuff like that. And after those things have been set up, after delegates have set their expectations and then being able to get themselves prepared to learn, we come to general discussion. So in the general discussion space, or stuff that will be happening will be detailed information about the focus topic, practicing empathy, and the detailed information will be surrounding things like explaining the definition of empathy, what it means to have empathy or to practice empathy, and then providing tactics that connects with how to connect with colleagues, friends like that while practicing empathy, and also describing what or empathetic mind feels like, or what it means, or what do you things that you will see to know or to make you aware that you are actually pushing forward to learning the empathetic behavior. And after that, participants now will be given the chance in the question and answer space to be able to ask questions that will help them clear doubts that will allow me now to further explain and give them information about things that they would need to know, like further information like resources to check out for personal development or further reading, stuff like that. And ongoing, next thing will be for the reflection time.
So reflection time after the question and answer phase. So the reflection time, this is where questions will be asked, and then delegates will be shared in the groups, like groups or pair, depending on the number of people that will be within the lead space. So we'll be sharing the groups or pair, and then each of the group or the pair will have questions to answer. Answer the questions, to talk about it, and define or normal ground, and understand from each person's perspective on how things are really are. And after the discussion, as a team or as a pair, they will now come back in the open space or on the floor to share things that were discussed, things that they found out about each other that they didn't know before. So the main purpose of this sharing space is to actually get to connect or with everyone, and then not just connecting with everyone, but also trying to see how you can be able to, you as a delegate or as a participant, can be able to actually learn from the experience or happening of the next person beside you. And after that, the entire sharing space is done. Delegates, our participants have actually gotten involved and stuff has been going on. We now move for the closing time. So for the closing time, this is where everything about this space will be wrapped up. We'll go back to revisit the expectations that were set from the beginning to see how far we actually went, or the FACI actually went in making sure that their expectations were met, and then see those ones that were met, and then they talk about how the rest of the expectations were met and give feedbacks on what went well, what could be better, and then what went bad. So then after that, now the entire section closed. So yeah, that's like the full for the lead space that I have in mind when presenting on practicing empathy. Thank you.